Why hello there, and welcome to another Dress to Impress video. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a challenge that involves Lady Gaga items. The purpose of this video is that I only have to wear Lady Gaga items for the rest of this video. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm willing to play along with it. The main reason is because, one, I am getting close of unlocking this outfit, which is the Paparazzi VMA's performance outfit. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, but I am going to just simply have fun with it. Since yesterday I was unable to meet and greet Lady Gaga in the game. But there's a reason. The reason is because, let's just say I went to church to do food giveaways. But that's all I'm going to say at this point. So, before we get started with this challenge, I want you all to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, the Passion Roblox Gamer channel, and more importantly, turn on these post notifications so you won't miss a single upload. And with that in mind, let's get right into the challenge. Okay, so the theme is basically red carpet. So I'm going to go ahead and first off color my skin tone. But remember, the challenge is I can only wear Lady Gaga items, which of course has to be makeup, hairstyle, and outfits that Lady Gaga wears. So if it's going to be like VMAs, I'm going to have to wear something like this. And what I'm going to do here is color the hairstyle neutral, the neutral part of it. Here's the makeup that I'm going to use. As far as nails goes, I think the nail thing will not be an issue. We're just going to have to just do what we can with it. Okay, something to do with the red carpet. This is kind of a toughie. But I think I'm going to have to go with this outfit because it definitely gives me red carpet vibes. However, I don't know if this is going to work out. But I have to try at some point. Also, because this is like because this challenge is basically because this challenge is focused on Lady Gaga items, I'm going to have to use the items that involves Lady Gaga, which is going to include this hat, which I got it off the meet and greet, which it looks very fantastic. It looks very fantastic at this point. Yes, it looks amazing. Now, this challenge is not as easy as it sounds, but let me go ahead and try to incorporate something. Let's try this skirt, and we're going to turn off the what do you call it? We're going to simply just turn off the stockings, of course. And there's no toggles for the boots, so we're just going to have to deal with that. And yeah, that's technically what it is right now. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to do? I would go ahead and use the lashes, but it will make it look as hideous as possible. But you know what? I think I'm going to do something very, very, it's not hideous, but it looks like she's, But it does give me, these lashes kind of gives me like the music song disease vibes. So I think I am done with this. Hold on. Let's see what I need to do here. I need to go to the runway at least 8 items, which unfortunately it's going to be impossible. So I got 6. I got 6 of them. I need to complete 2 of the items while walking around with only 8 of them, which is not going to be easy. I can guarantee you that. But I think for number 7, I'm going to go with this. And for the eighth one, for the eighth item, I'm going to have to go with this. And then I don't know if that's going to look right. Hold on, let me see here. Let's do the glasses. Let's do the glasses. I don't think it's going to work out because I have a feeling that I'm not going to get any stars on this one. Even if I did, I would be surprised. So, let me count this. One, I got 3, 6, and then I got 8 over here. Not the best way to go, but I have to do what I have to do just to finish these tasks here. Because remember, I gotta finish this one. I only have 6 days to do so. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items to go. So I have plenty of time before, you know. But I really need to get the VIP stars, which I won't be able to collect. But I will be collecting this, 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 and this. Because otherwise, at this point, it's going to be very, very challenging. So let's go ahead and head the runway before I ramble any further. Alright, so I think I might have to do 5 rounds of this video. I think this looks nice. 3 stars on that one. And I'm going to have to pull out this. And you're probably wondering, what about poses? Do poses count on something in this challenge? Well, for me, I think poses should be whatever pose you want to do. But the Lady Gaga challenge that I'm referring to is more like just items that you have to use to dress up your avatar, such as makeup, hairstyle, and other accessories, and even dresses and clothes. Poses does not count as like an item, even though it's a pose item, but that's not the point. The point is that it's just a pose where you can, you know, strut your stud, you know? But anyways, yeah. Okay, here's my outfit. It looks very gorgeous minus of what I'm trying to do. And we're going to do this. And there you go. Lady Gaga in the red carpet. I wish I would have typed that out, but it's that same girl again. I'm going to give it 2 stars because, I don't know, unless it's a copy. I accidentally pressed the stop recording, so that is a misadvantage. Not the misadvantage, but you know. Alright, let's see who wins. Apparently, no one is in first place for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but I have a feeling it's not me. So I'm at 6th place, which is not great. Probably because of the glasses and this other dress here. Very disappointing, but what can I expect? I'm just trying to complete this this task here. The more tasks I complete, the more hearts I get, and the more I level to complete this collection. I need to get to this dress as soon as possible, but I'm not going to worry on this video. So that is only the first round, because I'm going to do probably 5 rounds of these, since it's my favorite singer of all time. Plain and simple. Anyways, let's see what the next theme is going to be. Okay, so the next theme is Moon Guardian, and I don't know how this is going to work out. But I'm going to use this hairstyle, which gives the bad romance vibes, make it silver. Then the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I am going to, let's see, what can I wear? I think I'm going to have to wear this one, but it has to be in this color, and it needs to be glitterfied. If I glitterfied, no, not leather, glitter. If I glitterfied some of these, because this gives me like moon vibes. Then next up, I'm gonna bring this along and glitterify that. There we go. And let's see what else. And I'm going to have to wear these black boots again. Well, technically, I'm going to make it gray. and glitterify those as well. And then leave these heel parts black at this moment. Then we're going to wear the sunglasses. So I only got 5 items so far. And I think the 6th one is going to be this outfit, but I'm going to use the toggle with only a cape. And then just give it this color. But I cannot change it to glitter because it will make it, Okay, so that's 6. Now I need to figure out the 7th item. The 7th item is going to be very challenging. I think it's going to be either this one or this is something that I have not used, but it looks atrocious. See? It looks very atrocious. So this is not going to work. This is not going to work as far as I know. As far as I know, it's not going to work. Unless I get the hat. So, hold on. I only have about 6 items. So, the 7th item is going to be the hat, the spiky one. This one right here. That is going to be what I'm wearing. There we go. Now we need to figure out the 8th and final item. I guess, for the sake of it, I'm just going to have to use this paparazzi sign at this point. It's supposed to be Moon Guardian, but this is a challenge. This is a challenge where I can only use Lady Gaga items. The way I describe the moon is either some sort of like blue night and sometimes gray. It's not blue, but sometimes the moon changes colors and stuff. I cannot explain it any further, but I did not see the dress when I first got my first impression on this. I thought it was VIP, but it turns out it was free, which is my mistake. So my apologies on that. But at the very least, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the items that I need to use. I got 8 of them, so that I could complete this task so I won't have to worry about it. Now the next step is to head to the runway. Alright, so it's time for the runway. This one is perfect. 5 stars. Alright, so here's my outfit. It looks real nice. And it doesn't matter what pose you use, as long as, as long as the outfits and the accessories and items are based on Lady Gaga is the challenge that you need to work with, then, I'm going to give it 2 stars. And I have to change boots because, it doesn't look right with the other ones. Alright, let's see who won. And I did not make it to the podium. So far, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. I got 6th place, which is really, really disappointing. But that's basically because the items that I'm using. However, I managed... Oh my goodness, I complete all 3 of these things? Wow. You know what? I'm happy about that. I am really happy about that. And I got another plus heart bonus and a shell. I'm super happy about that. Mission accomplished, I guess. But I still need to get this. It's going to take a long while to grind. The difficulty is the constant grinding. Okay, so this next theme is fitness, which is the hardest part, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this item. I know it's not fitness-like, but it's the best I can do. And I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use that. Then I'm going to bring this up. And then what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use only tights, then make it black. And then I'm going to make the boots black, just a little bit, along with the heel part, and there you go. This is the only thing that is fitness-like. And you know what? I don't like this hairstyle. I mean, I do like it because it's the iconic one with the soda can hair roller. However, I think I'm going to stick with this hairstyle just to make it look as unique as possible. But I think that's all I'm going to do with this outfit. Because remember, I can only use Lady Gaga items for each round in this video. So this is the third round. The third round is fitness, and this is probably not going to be an easy one. Plus, we're getting really close to the Garden of Eden one. So this is going to be a little bit harder, but at the same time, I'm going to do the best I can. So, I'm going to stop recording as we're about to head to the runway real soon. Alright, so I have to stop recording a little bit. So this is fitness, and right now she's looks decent. We're only seconds away before we get to the special round, which is the Guardian of Eden. And this is going to be, I like this one. This is going to be the fourth round. Well, actually this is the third round, which is fitness. The fourth round is going to be the special round. And then the fifth and final round is going to be just regular. It's going to be just regular. And here I am, ladies and gentlemen. Here I am. And this is GaGa doing the apple dance, the abracadabra dance. This is fitness in my opinion. I don't know why. That's just me. Alright, so it looks like once again I did not make it to the podium, which is very upsetting once again. But I made it to 5th place, which is the only brighter side at this point. Still have a long way to go until I get to this point. Even though I have completed everything, but unfortunately, due to the fact that I have not, you know. Well, enough with the disappointment reactions. Let's get on to the fourth round. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the special round, which is the Garden of Eden. Even though I think I already showcased this before, but it is time to know what it is. Okay, so for the Garden of Eden, what I want to do is that I want to wear the. Let me remove this watering can. What I want to do is that I want to make it more like a plant kind of outfit. I'm gonna get the boots, and it has to be green. Has to be green. And next up is this outfit too. It also needs to be green at this point. Yes. Yes, indeedy. But the main important thing is the hair. We need to get some sort of hairstyle. And I think I'm just going with this one, because I never tried this one. And the hair is going to be pink. It's going to be very, very pink. And this part right here is going to be very green. There we go. And I'm also going to do this as well. I know this looks really, really weird, but you're just going to have to, you know. I'm going to get these lashes. I could turn it into green as well. I'm going to turn it into green as well. And in case you're wondering what this does, what you need to do is that you have to press E every time when you're watering the plants so that it will clear away of what you need to wear. I'm just showcasing this because, not many people are aware what this does. And it gets rid of the poison, but here's the thing. You need to use the well so that you can be able to refill some water. You need to go to a well in order to refill some water, but I do not want to get too close while the person is there. There we go. I got it real quickly. Now I'm almost this close of unlocking this paparazzi outfit, but you know how it is. So now that you know what the Garden of Eden does, it's time for the runway, and hope that I can get a bit of something either in the podium or at 4th place. Okay, so guess what? There is a toggle for this foam hairstyle, and now I'm going to have to go back and get the curls so I can make it pink as well. Just a little bit of a pink. I don't know if it's going to put me into the podium, but at least I have to try. And now I am ready to see. Well, not ready to see, but I am ready for the runway. Alright, so it's time for the most important round of the day, the 4th round. It's not the final round, but we're going to get to that real soon. Better bring these poses out. Okay, this girl right here, her outfit would have ate if it wasn't for that she has chicken feet. It's very disturbing to see in this game, in my opinion. Okay, here's my outfit. Everything is a bit green, kind of like poison ivy, but at least I did what I could just to make it look good. Unlike the other outfits that I try to create. Regardless of that, oh, you know what? This gets 2 stars because I can already tell that it's supposed to look like bees or something. I don't know. Okay, once again, this is BS because I did not make it to the podium with this outfit. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. And I didn't see who made it to the place hold. I'm very upset about it. Really am. But I am getting close to that, which won't be in this video, I have a feeling. However, enough with the sad ramblings about this. Let's move on to the most important round for today, which is the 5th and final round. So let's see what this last theme has in store for the 5th round today. Okay, so the 5th and final round is going to be drag. Whoops, I did not mean to click that. That was by accident. What I was trying to do is that I was trying to click this. This definitely will give me that kind of vibe and stuff. But, do I use the makeup that I need? I could go with this. But, I'm going to use the exact makeup that I use. And then, painted the nails very brighter. Now for this outfit, this is going to be very challenging. But what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use here's the thing. I am going to use that, but I think I'm going to have to use this as well. I'm going to use this because, then I'm going to use these glasses, and then I'm going to use these boots. But I'm going to make it all black to give it a little bit of a darker tone a bit. Then I'm going to bring this along. Now the only problem with that is, very simple. I don't think it's going to win the first placement. So I need something else. Now, I would go with this, but it's not looking as great. So let's see. I want to go with only skirt and then just make it into this color. But it's going to be either, let's see, should I leather fight it or should I glitter fight it? Probably glitter fight it, even though you can barely see the glitter with this kind of quality. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. And perhaps maybe this hairstyle, even though it doesn't look as right, but you know what? It does not matter. What matters is that, this will probably not reach me to the placement, technically because of what I'm trying to do. But that is all that I can do for now, and the only thing that I can do at this time is to head to the runway and see if I can win. So, let's find out. This is the fifth and final round, so here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Alright, girl, do your dance. Make it great. There we go. That's all that I can do. That's all I can do right now as some sort of pose. I think this girl right here, I'm gonna give it a 3. Alright, and the winners are, once again, I did not make it to the podium. I'm very upset with this challenge. I really am. And I made it to 8th place. This is garbage. But that is the end of this challenge. If you can do better, all you have to do is either make a video of it or just leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful day.